I'm... Ah, sorry, you?
Keeping.
Dang it, you got a sweep. Okay, no.
Okay, we are back for the finals. Robyn versus David.
Cool, just give me a label. Win turn one.
Robyn is playing Controlling the Message.
Credits.
And David,
Probably should have shown the
Timogen, Rebirth, Andy.
get that right.
David joking about sweep being a instant keep, and I'd say that's pretty much right against Andy.
I would think so too.
So this one is interesting. People were thinking that the Andy might be too rich and could overpower CTM,
No, slightly. Still no.
but I don't think it's consistently richer than CTM is.
Yeah,
Well, the Slack people were following it, so they have to like do a live stream somewhere.
yeah, we are.
If David gets like daily cast Desperado start, he won't be able to go take the, say, commercial banking group out.
Oh yes.
Is that a mulligan for both players?
I wasn't following, unfortunately.
Not worried about the time.
Okay, does someone want to tell Slack/Michael that we're ready to start?
Draw in the top 8. Sorry, in not final, or just any top 8 winners or losers bracket. If you're both at the same
I think it's like whoever's got higher strength of schedule. It's kind of rough. That would be so rough. Yeah.
You gotta remember we're on the same points right to the last
That
turn
would be-
of,
that would be
of,
really really rough.
1 and 2.
I can't think of a worse way to be kicked out.
No,
Oh,
I would
they
love to
actually
get
kind of.
Okay,
based
go
on
to the start.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, mandatory draw.
So mulligan for both.
Hmm.
Say that, who would that favor? Andy's does like to have that, you know, nice flowing start to dump the hand.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I find with with the Corp, you can sneak out a bad start, like say an Astro turn 1 against Andy. Not crazy.
It is interesting, those mind games of... Yeah, totally.
There
Are they
it
going
is.
to contest this remote?
I think I would put this match something like 60-40 Andy, unless there's a first turn sweeps week. Then it might flip, just because there's so much tempo.
Okie dokie.
Will this be elegant?
Only 2 commercial bankers groups in Robyn's deck.
Yeah, they're not cheap on influence, so you do have to kind of pick your flavor if you want. See some people even running the HB one that returns operations.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Career Fair daily casts. That's perfect. High tempo start.
He was tossing up whether or not he was going to include the career fair. It's interesting. For the fast matchups, it's great, but for the slow matchups, later on, because I forget what he was going to cut for it instead.
Sensei Actors Union. So you see Dave's 4th click there. He took a credit rather than running R&D.
Because he fears it.
He's really respecting the hard-hitting news.
Hard-hitting news is only a one-off.
It's a 1-0 for Robyn.
But Dave, I don't think these guys have played yet.
David might have quite a few breakers in hand, in which case he can't...
Risk too much.
He needs to keep his money high and install, and he can't just draw through. Sensei. Ooh.
Install.
Oh, that's gross. Did you hear David? Dirty.
That's a good strategy if you don't have much of a poker face. Just, I think you still need one.
Shuffle them, yeah. I love that too.
Robyn could probably explain the Monty Hall theorem with his math
Options.
background.
Which one's the Jackson? Oh, no. Security testings on R&D
And temperature.
and RTs on
Okay.
So, yeah, I think if I know David, he's going to play
First click security test.
fairly safe. Maybe even ignore those remotes. Just money up.
So 4 of that.
The other thing is that Sensei is rough, right? You can't let it live for too long.
Mm.
R&D regular 3.
So he's accessing now.
Where's our photo infrastructure?
Access.
Yes.
Ooh.
Beal.
Okay.
Looks like Beal, yeah. That's a great hit.
Wait, 11 on it? We should put one on that one
that's-
after. No, you grew just.
How do I
have
manage
you
this?
on 14?
You had it on the right amount. You took
You had me
5
on
off
14.
here,
Yeah, no, that's-
took one back, but if
There
you
we
put it
go.
back here instead
There
of
we
putting
go.
it on the contract.
I've been playing with Desperado.
That's
Shows I've
okay.
been shows I've been getting
It's
lucky.
a long day.
Okay.
Last click, would you go back? Oh, straight into the remote.
Come on, son. Give it before it moves.
Price sec could be
give
interesting here.
Give it to me. What was it?
Oh.
That's-
Coming into this tournament, I was having nightmares about CTM with price sec. So,
True.
I'm like, oh, that could go really badly in the first couple turns.
Res.
Mm.
Had campaigns.
I love seeing that that's come back.
It's in that starting
It's such a impact to trash.
Mm.
Okay.
The numbers are great.
Can't know direct, so.
Firing since. It wasn't to interrupt, it's just to tell you I'm thinking.
Yep.
That window's passed.
The thinking.
No, if you had a poll up.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm going
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the campaign, that window's passed. That's one thing I've noticed before.
I think a window never passes.
So this actors union for Robyn is going to let him keep the agendas out until he's ready to go, which is it sounds obvious, but I mean criminal is all about that early pressure. So that union is turning off the pressure. But 2-3 turns from now, he's going to find himself against a very rich Andy.
Install.
Mm-hmm.
Second click. Install. Yep. Third click. Hedge fund.
So if Rob was playing the mind game of shuffle, install 3 remotes,
5 and 1.
2 of them turned out to be pad campaigns. Was the whole thing a double mind game, or is there like something interesting left?
There's still something there. Yeah. I'm glad that
He
he's
did
played
say
this
which
stuff.
one's the Jackson, but is that more
Well,
mind games?
David's trying to figure out a lot. He was saying like, oh, you know, you're gonna res the hostile.
Access. Yes.
I gotta trash it.
Trashes the remote.
What is it?
CTM trigger.
Sorry, so I'm assuming, but anyway, pay 2.
CTM trigger trace 4.
Commercial bankers.
Commercial bankers. Yeah, I think he's right. You do have to trash that.
I mean, Dave can afford it for now.
First draw, second run that remote, third.
Third, yep. That
Oh,
was
nice.
one. Yep. 2-1.
Extra click.
We're good.
And you're on 13
The commercial bankers and the senseis, they hit, even if one activation goes off, they've done pretty well. So checking the face downs, I think, is reasonable if you're going to play the remote game at all.
Start of turn, 2 credits. Res. Sorry, TO.
it's I'm fine. I screwed
Res.
up. So.
2 credits come in, it's Sensei trigger.
Yep.
Solid play from David as well, trashing 2 things in 1 turn. And that's his building up the cash early has let him do that.
But
1.
the criminal problem from the last game that you're talking about,
Sorry,
where
thank you.
Yeah.
we don't have those
Yeah,
breakers.
we're onto it.
You know,
Just
his money
testing
source of R&D, Temujin.
We didn't really make
It's
it
definitely slowed
up,
down.
it. Mandatory drop. It's a long day, okay?
Can they still use the long day excuse?
Day 2.
These New Zealand tournaments are pretty nice. They're a couple hours, get in at 10.
Yeah.
Not like those.
Go for a 15-minute walk.
These guys will have to harden up to make those 2 a.m. worlds grinds.
Yes. I think David said that if he won, he probably wouldn't go to Worlds unless I went with him. I also doubt that Robyn would be taking time off study.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't want to just, if you're going to Roseville, Minnesota for some reason, for just tourism, you might as well stop by him for Worlds.
Well, you won the last 2 years. You've even got family in
Yeah.
the States, and you didn't go to Worlds.
Yeah, it was tough when because it was only like a month until Worlds last time.
We always go quite late here in New Zealand. We get
Yeah.
kits quite hard, quite late in the game.
Okay, the remote coming in.
Install.
I think Astro.
It's the one you want to protect.
I'm calling it.
Could be Sansan.
Yeah, it could be Sansan, but I mean,
Right, then. I'm there. Where you going for that?
I think criminals don't always have the
But face
like a double remote is
Yes.
pretty tough to get into without SMC.
Paperclip.
Paperclip. All right.
That was draw special.
So what's Robyn's money look like? Is that 15?
Looks like about 15. Yep. One sneaky thing in Robyn's deck list is a guard.
That is true,
Which I
yes.
have not seen in a year or two.
Ah, man, maybe that's something from the Canberra meta. But it's actually, man, it's not silly, especially with if you anticipated a criminal being as big as it is.
Gamble, yeah. So lets them have it.
Throw away
It
maybe.
trashes the paperclip.
That's so nice, eh? Don't even need to waste the click installing it.
So that's
My theory was previously very shiny.
specular highlighted fairy.
Are they talking about the blind spot?
The blind spot, yeah.
Out of entries. Credit. Credit. Considering firing the Sensi. Yep, firing the Sensi. Gotcha. We don't have to think too hard about it.
I mean, it's not that good a card. Bad card, isn't it?
Yellow card is good.
So CTM, what's the? I mean, it's just scoring out, I guess, right?
I mean,
I'm just thinking. I've seen it play enough games, but it's always like, wow, how do you get to 7 with no fast advance?
yes, if you can't threaten the hard-hitting news,
I mean, yeah, if they don't play, usually you see it win by the runner plays the game of can it tax, trash everything, and gets drowned in the sea of tags.
I mean, you also exchange information twice. He's got 2 of them in the deck. It's so gross. Dave hates that card, and I tried to get him. I mean, I want Dave to win. He's my best mate, and he just has a moral high ground against playing things that are too good, or just anything yellow at the moment. He just hates it.
Right. So he's crushing it with too much in contracts.
Oh, it also pains him a little bit inside to be playing Andy, but
Yeah.
I guess it's
Fine.
criminal's been bad enough for a long time that it maybe sits well with him.
It's time for Andy to come back. So still Robyn's turn. No, you might have been right on the Sansan.
Advanced twice. Turn.
Oh,
Okay.
what does that mean?
See,
Yeah, completely in the open.
So
So
it's a GFI, meaning
You don't care if he steals it.
could it be a breaking news in that remote, and he wants to go advance swap?
it's not a nice thing to do.
But
It's
to me,
and you value yourself.
advance swap for Beal
I
is
cannot doubt it.
something I would jump on.
It's despicable. Okay.
No, it can't be breaking news exchange.
I mean, it could still be the Sansan. He could break a news out of hand.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Does he have any traps?
Pre-turn
Nope.
thinking.
No traps.
Um,
So that is an agenda.
enough of that.
Set testing will be on a pad campaign. Any old pad campaign. But
Can I
for specificity's sake, I was going to say the first one.
Yeah, that's my least favourite one.
Both of them are, I was going to say both of them are actually my least favourites. Yeah. Okay.
So David's got him out moneyed pretty hard too, right? So the hard hitting news is not.
Keyhole.
What do you do when the Corp Dublin badses? Empty your remote. Keyhole.
Man, that's good. So that's a Fury. So he's got a Fury. Not many centuries to worry about other than the one Data Raven. Oh, and the guard, I guess. Paperclip in the bin. So you just hope it's not one of the 9 code gates.
No res. Okay. Access.
Making him poor.
Well, no, I'm not going to access. I'm going to keyhole.
Sorry. Keyhole trigger.
Yeah.
No res.
I did it again.
Yeah, I've got you on 18.
18. So yeah, okay. So
You're doing it fine. You're just not putting the credit
I just
back on the
so I've just
turn.
Desperado out all
There
day,
you
which
go.
again, that's how I made it, guys. Like sacking. Okay.
I'm not sure about this keyhole play because it's not going to do enough damage, I don't think.
Well, I mean, what else do you do?
Well,
Do you just let the GFI swap happen?
Maybe.
I mean, he's going to get 3 points, and then 1 point. I don't know.
It does put David at 3. Whereas like now you let the GFI go through and then you've still got a breaking news to deal with.
Keyhole will be clipped through.
Or maybe Robyn's bluffing.
I mean, maybe...
You're asking about Fury and Key a little too late just because it's in the glare.
So another interesting option is because Robyn did not want to res his R&D, he wants to have, he's pretty worried about his credit total, right? That might be a chance to put some pressure on the remote.
Yeah, you can streak some.
It would do the same thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Or maybe he's planned...
Like, whatever Robyn's plan is, he needs the credits. Oh, Jackson's gone.
What is this? Like that practice frigging game all over again.
Yeah. For what it's worth, practice game, I keyhole 13 times without nothing. Okay.
No, the last one you were getting them the last 2.
Yeah.
The first 10 times when it counted, you weren't getting
On the
an
11th
answer.
time, I got 3 agendas.
Yeah.
He has such a nice ad and Andy.
Why am I shuffling my deck? Oh, I'm supposed to be shuffling my deck, and then I hand you the card. That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got 1 foot left.
Ooh. So.
And last click. I'm going to run it just because I can't literally just let you get a
Okay.
fine. So. You may as well swap for that. So. Your pad campaign is untested.
Start turn.
Yes. Do you have me at 22 grades, by the way?
See, this GFI over Beal play, I don't mind it if you don't have like a Jackson or something, if the agendas are piling up a little bit too much. But he does have the Actors Union, so I think he could have put it back and just swapped for the Beal.
Yep, okay.
No Sensi trigger.
Gotcha.
Okay, what do you got, Robyn? He might even have a kill.
Advance once. Advance twice.
Let's do that. Gotcha.
Score.
Yep.
Score. There it is.
Exchange. Lose 2.
Yes.
Dave's now on 3. So 3-3.
You are on 2 ticks.
so gross.
I believe this is my go.
Yep.
First click.
What do you think his reasoning was? Like, to not take the Beal.
I did not take a mandatory
Okay.
draw.
Does Robyn want to be it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well,
You know, if I lose.
you know what, it was quite expensive for Robyn to get 1 extra point here,
Yes.
I would say.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Go.
Or as in he could have
He
swapped.
could have swapped for the Beal rather than doing this fancy play.
Sure.
I'm just,
1,
but maybe there's a reason he knows he has to
3.
get the points up.
Better.
And like you say, Robyn does the maths, doesn't he?
That's right.
People on the foyer are getting excited.
This is tough, I tell you.
What's in hand? All-seeing eye and 2 pieces of ice.
Well, good thing for Robyn is that guard has popped the fairy, so he's pretty much stabilized after this.
Victor's is still on a pad because they didn't say otherwise.
Yep, the first pad, right? Because that was
Yeah,
our-
first one.
that was
First one.
Charles.
That was the agreement.
David pretty unlucky not to hit
Look
an
at that
agenda
shuffling.
again.
Yes, oh yes.
I'm angry.
So David's got to win
about
twice.
that.
He's coming from the
I'm
lower
angry.
bracket here.
Nervous.
Okay.
Are we going to see Andy power draw here? He's yet to build a rig.
Second, I'm going to run.
Hmm.
Okay.
12 credits.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, they could. Doesn't matter. Could be anything.
If you can get Robyn to show what the HQ ice is, it opens up Siphon.
I mean, the big things that Robyn has. He's got 12 booths and little engines,
Riz.
and Data Raven is obviously nasty as
Axis.
well.
Yeah.
David's just doing some stretches.
Sorry, I don't mean to be a dick about that. It's just like, I don't know, you could have the bad boy that comes in to play. You're not playing that card.
No. Tags are in. Sure.
Takes removed from what?
Should I turn 2 credits in?
The breaking
Since
news.
Oh. You still got them on the board there.
he Fives.
Don't adjust.
It's a pretty close one.
One card gets put on the bottom.
I think both of them would have liked to come out. They both kind of fired off a move and ended up tied still.
I mean, that's what you. It's pretty awesome that Criminal can have this sort of pressure without any sort of rig. Like, it is still amazing when you see those games where people just run.
So Robyn's remote is still very much online.
So at this point in the game, I mean, David's got Rebirth. I don't know how much he's used it today. Every time I've looked over, I've just not been thinking about it. But Wheeler would still be an amazing pick.
Do you mind if I go down here? Click 2.
I wonder if that one copy of Guard is going to be playing some mind games with David. I think an inside job on the remote might not work.
3.
It's true. It'll definitely scratch that bit of his mind and get him distracted.
I don't know.
Install. Okay. It is your turn.
Okay,
I think he's got the Gordian in hand.
Criminals have to be
Oh no, Fem.
them.
Inside.
Ah. Them is fantastic because that'll open the keyhole back up again as well.
So,
Run remote.
He's just running it.
Straight up run.
He's got not much to fear other than money from
eight
Tollbooth.
credits.
Oh,
Gotcha.
There you go.
oh, and a fem on the fem right after. Tough.
The crowd likes that one.
Third click keyhole.
You can't. How can you keep? Oh, Fem. Of course.
One break.
Okay, the one
Yeah,
with it.
fem's not a bad breaker on its own.
Perfect for guard.
3. Sorry.
I mean, I know what you mean, but yeah.
Oh, was that GFI Beal?
Beal.
I think there was a GFI in there too.
Okay. Last click is run archives just to make sure you go back on the board.
I will shuffle this up.
But that's
do you
the thing, if
mind
you-
if we
if-
take the shortcut? To
Yeah,
go
if you've
around?
got the Jackson, that's why I said.
If I've got a
yeah,
Jackson
if you
on
got a
board.
Jackson, it's kind of a save of time.
Okay. Nothing before accessing archives.
He is sealing. Okay.
No Jackson.
5 points to Dave. That's the thing. These sets can turn around.
Don't scorch me.
Don't scorch me, please.
Those pad campaigns have really been chugging along.
And the noise it makes.
Oh, that's so unkind.
I keep thinking that Robyn will be a little short on money, but the 2 per turn is just letting him still threaten the options.
It's amazing how it comes through.
Robyn dies. So before start turn.
Commercial bankers.
Start turn. Before the start turn.
Yeah. Just raise a card, gain money. Sounds good.
5 credits per turn.
Yeah.
Robyn using that new
Easy one.
paid ability window to no significant effect.
Combo.
Pay 1. So
Can't
I
be
get
you.
more spot. Now, the tricky ones. The Sensi.
So to stop using your sensei, you must have
Sensi triggers.
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
So David's credit total is almost back down to, how do you say, normal levels, where it's starting to become potentially relevant soon.
Yes, you're right. I mean, now he needs to start going back to getting some pieces. That fem hurt a lot.
Yeah, really helped. Tricky thing for criminal is they often stop drawing when they're busy. So to ramp back up and find the economy you're missing or finish the rig takes a little while. Now, it seems like Robyn would have been confident that remote was safe, so there could be something quite valuable there. Now he's got to protect against keyhole, yeah.
Hedge fund.
Yeah.
Install
New server.
new server.
Gotcha.
Another new server.
Okay. Tim. Sectors is still on pretty bad.
Here's a thought. Do you think David is,
Coming.
Robyn is pretending to consider the sensei every turn just so David doesn't trash it?
Maybe. Oh, I love that.
Like, yeah, because I was like, I'm like, oh, he could go trash that sensei in the commercial. Well, but Robyn's not really using it, or barely wants to use it. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's been a long time since I thought about those sort of mind games, but my first nationals, I loved when somebody was running against my hand time and time again, and I just squint and like, oh, painful,
Yeah,
be like,
the
oh,
old,
I feel if he didn't get it.
Sectors. Gotcha. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was so upset when I told him.
Get him to come in again.
Mhm.
Anything else, guys? Do?
Start of turn triggers.
Just thy turn.
5 credits in.
He didn't trash the commercial.
No, I
Can't
missed
afford
that.
it.
I think he face planted into Enigma.
Ah,
I'll tell you one thing. Everyone who's been running Magnet today has been fairly disappointed,
Mhm.
I think.
mm.
And the Enigmas have just been crushing against these criminals.
How many anarchs?
Not firing.
Wizard, a couple of wizards, that's it really, isn't it?
He had my Max as
Ah,
well.
your max. Does that count?
Oh, yeah.
Start of turn.
Anarch was quite well represented at the top tables, I'll say.
True. 2 wizard, 1 max.
So-
10 Andromeda.
Is that every Anarch making the top 5? 3 Anarchs all in top 5?
Let's have a look.
Advance once. Advance twice.
Yep.
Advance 3
5th,
times.
6th, and 7th.
Score.
Is it Astro? Beal.
Beal.
Here's an agenda.
It's anyone's game.
This is
Robyn to
the
5.
end of the turn.
Sectors is still on the pretty bad.
Considering
Take, oh,
Yep. Turn.
okay. Sectors.
Considering all of his sensei activations, it's a bit surprising that Robyn hasn't managed to find a Jackson yet to defend against Keyhole.
Hmm. One to get trashed. Desperado.
Draw a card, install Desperado, run archives.
Sorry, I just gained the credit because it's going to be successful.
It's going to be successful. I can't get rid of my archives as much as I'd like to. Jackson,
Yep.
remove him from the game.
Gotcha.
Shuffle 3 cards in. One
Ooh.
card.
Probably a second Jackson.
Face up
Yep.
Jackson.
I wonder if this Desperado will pay for itself before the end of the game.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Because it's almost in a situation where you dig for the Enigma answer, keyhole once or twice to win.
Last click. You do have the last click this time. Is going to be testing pretties.
Testing for 3.
0 and 12.
Oh, that amazing shuffling.
Side.
All along.
So David seems to be thinking he's going to need the money. Maybe he's
He
gonna-
must think he can pressure the remote.
Yeah, exactly. Pressure the remote, because to drop a Gordian and then get past Toll Booth, that is quite expensive.
How's that?
It's a job, fam.
It's fine.
Yeah, inside job would help.
Gain 5 credits, mandatory draw.
Gain 5
Gain
credits,
5.
mandatory draw.
Install.
Yep.
Advance once. Freeze.
Yep.
Score.
Yep.
Is that the... Oh, he's got the tags. Swap
Well done.
game.
Well done.
Oh, so dirty.
That's it.
That's
That's
it.
game. That's
That's done, yeah.
Robyn is New Zealand's 2016 national
Oh,
champion.
Robyn's going to take our national championship back to Australia.
So I actually
That just means that Igor has to go to Australia and bring theirs to
Yeah.
us.
Just putting you on notice, Australia. We're going to send some players over to
next turn.
take back our honor.
Okay, we'll shut up here, let him talk, and we might go and have an interview.
Yeah. It is what it is. I left the sensei too long. I didn't get the Desperado. I can't really contest it without that.
The GF5 play was a bit suspect. Like, let's be honest.
Well, you do with what you have.